Buongiorno, welcome to Dptgtv podcast episode 7.
Hello.
And this is our top 10 weirdest animals.
Interesting animals.
So in this one,
Some of mine aren't that weird, they're just a little bit interesting.
A bit like me.
I'll go more the weird.
So Tom will be doing 5, I'll be doing 5. We'll be going through some interesting facts. You'll be looking at it on the screen.
Some of the facts are interesting, some of the pictures are just interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen yours, but
No.
I know some weird stuff out there. Anything like you.
So let's roll the intro and get on with this. Right, we're going. So just like to say before we start, please like and subscribe if you find any of this content relevant, funny, you like us.
Definitely not funny.
Mate, even if you don't like us, give us a thumbs down.
Still subscribe?
Yeah, just we need and
we need haters.
we need haters,
But we do need likers more.
and we need comments. But that's all we're going to ask you for. So let's get on to this. Do you want to do the first one, or am I?
Nah, I want you to, please, David. This was your this was your idea. It's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah,
I just want to see what I'm up against here.
I think it was good with the old best lyrics and that. If you haven't seen that podcast, check that one out. That was episode 6.
Yeah, that was good.
It was funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tom reading out some of his lyrics is hilarious. If you've seen any of the shorts, there's a few shorts on there about it as well. I've got a couple more to upload yet.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm looking for... Right, we're going for my first one, which has a cool name. I never even knew what it was. It's
Dog.
called...
A dog?
It's a...
Cat.
an ii.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's weird, because that's something that we...
Got a bat? No.
No. It's a long-fingered lemur.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But ii, that's what people say up north, like ii.
AA.
Saying
AA
hello.
pet.
Yeah, saying hello basically.
That's what sailors say as well. AA captain.
So it looks pretty cute, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But like, check this out.
Is that a baby one?
That's another picture of it.
Oh, really?
But
It is completely different.
if
That
you
one looks like a bit of a bat face. So also, I think we need to describe this because I think most of our viewers are watchers, but it is a podcast people can just listen to.
yeah, well, I mean, we've
So you describe it to me,
shown
Dave.
some pictures. Look at its creepy ass fingers. Can you
Wow.
remember salad fingers back in the day? Salad fingers.
Not from.
It was like a cartoon kind of
okay.
thing, but a weird cartoon.
It
But-
does ring a bell, but
But this lemur, it's got one extra long finger.
for getting food out of something,
Yeah, for catching.
getting
It's got
honey.
a special thin middle finger that they can use.
For giving them flicking the finger at people. Just making sure they can see it from like 500 yards away. Like,
But it's such a skinny little thing. It's for getting into little holes to get like
bugs out. Or
trunks
something.
of trees. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay,
to
yeah.
get-
I've seen that before somewhere on something, yeah.
And
Now
also,
you say about the extra long middle finger, but I think
it's the world's largest nocturnal primate as well.
I don't know.
which
Well, how
is-
big is it? Do you know?
30.
It's supposed to 30 centimeters, that green bit.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe like a metre tall,
Yeah.
and it's got a tail that's about the same length as well, almost, doesn't it?
It looks creepy.
Yeah, it looks quite hench, doesn't it? In all fairness, as well.
Yeah.
Everything about it looks quite creepy. Like
Mm.
I would describe its face as a bit like a bat's face. You know, whatever sort of bats they are with the big ears.
Yeah. Massive eyes,
Yeah,
being nocturnal.
yeah. Did you know? When you look, you can tell a creature's nocturnal by looking at the colour of its eyes. If they've got those like yellowy orange eyes,
Yeah.
they're nocturnal.
All right.
And then if they've got another eye, some other colour, I can't remember now, it's when they come out in like dusk or dawn, so it's like almost half nocturnal. But if they're out only at night, really, they have those yellow eyes.
Like owls.
Yeah, well that's it. There's some owls that come out in the middle of the night, and there's some that come out dusk or dawn, and they will have those two different colour eyes again. That's where I learned that. I learned that of the Milky Way. You know, they've got the bird bit there, haven't they?
All right.
Yeah, cool. They've got a massive owl there. I don't know whatever it is. Is it barn owl, big owl? That big owl is massive.
I haven't been there.
No, but the
Not
biggest owl you can get is like, I don't know, it's like this big.
It's a barn owl. Isn't
Yeah, it's massive. It's like his eyes are massive. Like.
Right, another interesting fact about it. It has bat-like ears.
That's what I was saying, wasn't it? Look back.
Yeah, and helps it find food. These sensitive organs can detect hollow areas in trees.
Oh, what? It flicks it.
So like,
Does it?
flicks it with this massive
Does
thing.
it?
I
Yeah.
don't know. Via echoes when the animal taps on the wood. So the animal go along, tap on the wood.
They do call me David Attenborough sometimes. David Attenborough the second.
Call you douchebag as well, so I wouldn't get too excited.
Junior Attenborough.
A method called percussive foraging.
Oh, really? What, this is the tapping on the wood and listening to the house?
Yeah, that's what woodpeckers do as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Well,
They tap on the wood and everyone else listens to it. It's that loud. It's like donk, donk, donk. No, I don't think they listen. Oh, I don't know. They could well be listening for hollow bits, but they're actually pecking a hole to get to bugs as well, aren't they? But I think they could be doing a bit of both. Loud, aren't they, woodpeckers, when you hear them? Like from miles away, like.
You'd be well dizzy after you've done that, like your brain.
You would have thought so, wouldn't you?
Conquest. That would have been an interesting animal to do, actually.
Yeah. I was going to do ones that I kind of knew, but then I didn't know that many around there that were that interesting. But there was loads of weird ones you see on the beach and stuff around here. There's two I was thinking of, but I haven't chosen either of those in the end. So what was that called again?
An eye.
An eye.
And it's a member of the lemur family.
Okay.
So yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like the middle finger. The giant flipper. Yeah, they are creepy, the fingers though, aren't they? Because they're proper long and like bony, and they, do you know what I mean, like big at the knuckles. They're so skinny. They do look weird. So my first one I brought up is called a sea angel. You ever heard of that? I was struggling to find ones that weren't in the sea, the weirdest creatures, because the weirdest stuff does live in the sea, basically, doesn't it?
Yeah,
well, the stuff we have not seen as much of, have we, until like more recent times. Like, I mean, to be fair, it is probably weirder as well, but also it's newer to us as a species. We've not seen it as much.
There's loads of species that we haven't even seen yet that live in the deep ocean and stuff.
I think they said at the deep ocean maybe like 90% of stuff we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It is crazy. And also, I think the other thing is there's 2/3 of the planet is covered in water, and then 95% of the planet's habitable space to live in is the water, because it's not just the surface, is it? If you think of the depth, and they can live throughout. So 95% of the planet's livable area is the sea. So that's why there's so many weird stuff in the sea as well, because there's probably so many creatures in the sea in general.
The deepest part of the ocean is deeper than the highest part of land. So like Everest is the highest part. I think it's 6 miles or something.
I don't know. I feel like 6 kilometres.
Yeah.
I feel like 6 does ring a bell.
Yeah.
And also, I heard this last night when I was looking. I think it's around 10 kilometres. It was over 10 kilometres is the deepest part of the sea.
Yeah.
So it probably is 6-ish kilometres Everest.
Which is crazy. There's so much shit we haven't seen. Like, down at that depths, like most things just can't survive, can they? Like normal.
Yeah, it's amazing. Anything can. The pressure, if you work out the pressure.
Is it worse than the vacuum of space?
It's the opposite though, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But every metre you go down is 1 bar of pressure. That's mental, isn't it? I mean, like, the thing is, obviously, they're like, I don't know. I was trying to work this out the other night, like last night, but if we go down like 10 metres, it properly hurts your head. Like, then you can like equalise and stuff, but you can't go down much more than like 100 metres, I don't think, so you get screwed up,
I think
basically.
60 odd metres.
You can scuba dive, 50, 60 metres probably.
Yeah.
And then if you just free dive and hold your breath, you can go further for some reason, because you're not
breathing oxygen.
Yeah, something to do with holding your breath. You can go. You can do like 100 meters deep. You can dive that far. Not many people can. Some people can dive 100 meters deep, holding one breath, come back up, mental it. But yeah, like these things are like like hundreds and maybe 1,000 times more than that deep. And I think of the pressure. It's like having a mountain on your head. It's like literally that sort of pressure, having the weight of a mountain on top of you.
You'd think though when these animals, if they ever
Come
brought
up.
them up,
Wow.
then they go the other way.
Some of them do that, I think. Yeah,
they?
a little
Just like,
bit. That's one of them. Some of them you can't bring up and see them alive in captivity because they will. I don't know if they I don't think they necessarily do explode like that, but they're just not used to it and they do die.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things. That's why we haven't got like tanks with these mad things in, because
Can't recreate that pressure.
yeah.
In
As soon as you brought it
glass
up,
tank.
it's like dead.
Maybe in a steel tank that you can't see.
Yeah, but then again, you've got to bring it up in some pressurized thing, and like so much effort in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, mental is what I'm seeing it. So anyway, right, Sea Angel.
Sea Angel. What is a Sea Angel?
It looks cool as well. This is one of my more cooler looking ones.
Oh wow.
So it's got some bioluminescence in it, you know,
Yeah.
so it can light itself up. But
Almost looks
I
like
think-
a person, like an alien person.
yeah,
Little arms and his little head.
it's mental, isn't it? But like, so if they aren't lighting themselves up more, they look a bit more like that. Basically, almost see-through, almost completely see-through. You can see sort of some organ and some sort of brainage thing.
That is an amazing creature.
Yeah, but so it looks quite angelic, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Friendly.
Yeah.
It's got no eyes, can't see. It just bobs around like
Like a jellyfish.
yeah, like a jellyfish. And then that top bit of its head, literally a mouth opens up as big as its head, and it just eats like a fish. It's like as big as its head, whatever. And you just see it, and you see the fish like floating inside of it because it's see-through. Oh. It looks angelic, and it looks horrible when it eats something. It just like senses stuff around it, and it's like.
I feel like I might have seen something like that on Attenborough or something.
I saw that one on Attenborough
Yeah.
on the because he's done a whole. Well, the series he did, didn't he? Of was it Our Blue Planet?
Blue Planet, yeah.
So he did that ages ago, didn't he? But then there's more of them now.
Mm.
It is called Blue Planet again, so he's just put it as like series 2 and series 3. But yeah, amazing.
He's
But like
pumping them out now, isn't
all the like, I don't know, they probably film it in like 8K or something, but you can watch it like, I think one of them we might have watched in 4K or whatever.
he?
But and it's like how close they are to the animals with like robots and it, because people don't have to get there. They have like little submarine cameras that the animals aren't scared of. Well, quite a lot of the time they put them inside a fake animal, don't they?
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
And so like the footage is amazing. Like it used to take them years sometimes to get footage of this one animal, didn't it? Like literally years. Like this guy, they paid this guy who's a photographer to sit out every day for a year, and he's like, "Oh, I've got it!" Ching 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 ching. And now like they can just do so much more in that year. They'll just do like a whole series rather than manage to get that one animal that they put on that series.
You got to think of all the readily available footage that's out there as well.
What already?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. All the other people that film stuff that they maybe even haven't heard about, and then they go exploring for and stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
because everyone's got a camera on them nearly all the time, haven't they now? Yeah, it's cool. It is mad. This is talking about Attenborough. You know how old David Attenborough is?
In his 80s.
93.
93.
Yeah, and he's still talking like. If you see him, he still talks like.
I'm glad he can still talk.
Yeah, no, but he still talks like. He's totally 100% with it,
Yeah, yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
Like, and he's like quite fit still. He walk around and stuff like.
Yeah.
It's mental.
Some people are like that.
Mm.
My granddad's in his 90s.
Oh really?
He still goes about, walks downtown and everything,
Oh, yeah.
lives on his own, drives. It's like,
Menace to the road. He meets the boys at McDonald's at night. Boy racer crew, wop wop.
yeah, it's complete luck of the draw how you get there, really, I reckon.
I don't think it's luck of the draw. I mean, I think luck has something to play on it, but
He's always bought the cheapest food that you can get.
oh really?
He's always
As he was exercise?
not really.
No.
Not like as in going to the
No,
gym. or anything.
but does he goes out walking?
Goes out walking, but no more than a normal person. There's nothing more that I've ever seen him do or
Really?
know that he's done.
Don't eat turmeric shakes.
No, not even that. Like, this is a guy that'll go he'll go to get beans from the shop. Even though he likes Heinz beans more, he'll still buy Branston's because they're a few pence cheaper.
Oh really?
And he's like very well off. He's not
Oh, right.
He's not short of money, and that's just the way he's been all his life. And
That's why he's well off.
yeah,
All them 4.5p's he saved.
they all add up, mate. They all add up.
They don't. That's how a lot of rich people get rich, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, that I'm beginning to think that it's luck of the draw, or it's genetic. It's like
Genetics definitely have something to play with it.
It's handed down to you.
The amount of these podcasts I've been listening to about health and that, I'm going to be expert soon, and genetics has a part to play. But from what I hear and what I do believe, I think even more than eating healthy, that's well important. But
how many
exercise? Exercise does so many good things for your body and promotes so many other good things inside your body.
How many like top athletes, like footballers, whatever, do you ever hear of living till 90?
Do they just quit quit doing exercise pretty much, become a fat slob, and probably party really hard, and do you know what I mean? And
but you don't hear of it very often of a top athlete living till they're old, and that's come down to someone saying, I reckon your heart's only got so many beats in it.
Really?
Yeah, and obviously when you're doing exercise, your heart goes on.
Do you want to hear a wicked fact? How many times, I have to pull this up because I'm not quite sure and someone's going to pull me up on it, but how many times a day do you think your heart beats, Dave?
I don't know. 20,000.
Not a bad guess. I think that'd be lower than what I'd guess, but...
Well, that would be... How many seconds is in a day?
Well, basically that's what it would go on, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many times a day should your heart beat?
Why don't you just ask Alexa?
Alexa, how many times a day does your heart beat?
From Arizona.edu. The average human heart beats about 100,000 times every 24 hours.
100,000 times
Wow.
every 24 hours. You think you'd be worn out after a day, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mental.
It is mental. And you think when you're doing exercise or anything like that, that goes up. So it's only it's a living organism. It doesn't regenerate, and it's only
yeah, all cells regenerate to a point. The older you get, the harder it is for them to regenerate. But
I always think, yeah, exercise is good for you, but when you start going to the extreme of it, I think it's probably bad for you in the long term.
Yeah, maybe.
Me personally, that's what I think.
Right. I'm glad that you have your own views, Dave. You don't just listen to science.
No.
I'm not even joking. That sounded like a piss take, but it's not. Everybody is different as well, and like I feel like some people can't actually understand their body, and some people haven't got a clue what's going on. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, my grandma, who passed away a couple of years ago, she lived till 88, and she had bad hips since she was like 20, so she'd never been a big mover. She didn't get around. She had walking stick, 2 hip replacements in both legs, and she never did healthy eating. She was on all sorts of medication for everything. She was a bit of a hypochondriac, and she used to get medication for everything. And I think that's what kept her going in the end. But she lived to 88, and she, in her brain, till the last, she's smashing crosswords and everything, Sudokus, and all her mates used to ring her up and ask her about the crossword. What's this? Which one? Yeah, really smart woman. And yeah,
There's nothing on that passed on to you then.
No, definitely not a maths skills. A maths was but like then that's to me again. It's just like, well, she never particularly ate like the healthiest foods or anything. Had a can of Coke a day, Diet Coke some days.
Can of Coke a day keeps the doctor away. That's what you're saying now.
Pretty much. I'm saying you'll live forever if you drink Coke. Or do Coke. What? Right.
Alright.
Next animal.
Yeah, let's see your next animal then, Dave.
We keep getting lost in track. Right, so I feel this.
I've got one that's I've got an animal that's very relevant to that last conversation we had about age.
I feel this is this. You can relate to this animal quite a bit, Tom.
Really?
Like,
it's a slug.
It's not that bad.
What?
It's not that bad. So this, in fact, Is there someone in your... Are you related? There's a blob...
Is that actually his eyes?
A blobfish.
Is that actually his eyes?
It looks so depressed, doesn't
Is that his eyes?
Yeah, I think...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Why has it got a nose like a human? Why? Why does it look like a really ugly, like, human cartoon guy?
So
Maybe from, like, the BFG, one of the big ugly giants or something?
So if you Googled...
It looks like a head, like a human's head, like the ugliest human head you could ever imagine.
The ugliest looking fish, the ugliest looking fish head, other than Tom's picture appearing, you get a blobfish. And I mean, that is the ugliest animal I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
He even got a wart on the end of his nose just to make him
yeah.
a little bit more ugly.
Got another one there as well.
I think it might be a nose, I don't know.
It obviously hasn't got a nose. Well, actually, no. Some fish do have nose. Like sharks have a nose, don't they? And they smell.
Yeah.
So
it's weird.
It's got like
though.
lips. It's weird how it's got. It just looks like it does look like a human's head squashed down a bit. The eyes are in the right place. I mean, most eyes, I suppose, are in that place on animals. But it's just got such a human nose, big fat nose, and like lips. It's just like an unhappy, old school cartoon from like Popeye or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me read a little bit out about it.
Have you got a side-on picture? Can you get a side-on picture for the viewers? Let me do it as well.
Google it.
Right.
Blobberfish.
What's it called? Blobfish.
Yeah. Simply known as blobfish. It is a deep sea fish of the family of the something.
Oh
I
my
can't
god.
pronounce that word.
They are actually all just like that as well, look. That looks like Popeye, doesn't it? Doesn't that look like Popeye?
It's not Popeye, it's
Popeye's
it looks
the
like
bad guy in Popeye.
One of the seven
Big guy.
dwarfs off remember the old
What, the cartoon?
Snow White
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Yeah, it does. That's
Big
what I mean. It looks like an
massive
old,
nose.
like some reason like an old cartoon.
It inhabits the deep waters off the coast and mainland of Australia, Tasmania, as well as the waters of New Zealand. Blobfish are typically shorter than 30 centimetres. So it's
Okay.
only a small little animal.
It's like pretty square looking, probably. Oh my god, have you seen these pictures there? Look, they've got a cuddly bear with a cuddly toy bear.
I'll see if I can find that picture and put it on.
And then look, that's it. No one, someone holding it, so you can see it.
Weird, doesn't it?
I thought it might not look quite as face-like from the side, but it still does look
It's
like
like
an
a
ugly
human
face.
f-
It is like a human face
yeah.
almost, yeah, like the ugliest one you could ever find.
So, interesting, interesting fact about a blobfish, yeah? You'd look
That
at...
ugly mother.
They are ugly, basically. But top experts, and actually they're almost extinct. They've only
really?
just started finding them again.
Oh, right.
Fishermen have just been bringing them up.
What, extinct not because of humans? Probably.
Well, yeah, because the blobfish tastes better than buttered poached lobster.
Oh, really?
They reckon it's tasty as anything, but you need to blow torch it first before you eat it.
So you can't see what you're eating, that's why, because otherwise it's too minging.
The blobfish was once voted the world's ugliest animal, but a fish expert has revealed it's actually one of the tastiest.
Oh.
How crazy is that?
Oh.
So there's good things to come from the blobfish. Maybe their population will go back up, and maybe you'll get one down your chippy one day. I'll have chips and blobfish, please. What is that? But that is an ugly looking fish, isn't it?
It'd be worth loads of money, though, wouldn't they? In the fish and chip shop.
Imagine the boys on the boats out there, just like, yeah, I'm just gonna. Whose idea would it be first? Like, I dare you to eat that, wouldn't it?
Wow.
I dare you to try and
The
eat
sort
that.
of thing, yeah. You wouldn't just eat it and be like, "What's that like?"
No.
'Cause you're not going to catch loads of them either. So it's not like, "Oh, we've got loads of this food. We'll just see if it's edible."
Yeah, I'll pay you £100 to
Looks-
try a bit of that, and then
doesn't-
they'll eat it. It's
It
just,
doesn't just look like it wouldn't be nice. It looks like it would be poisonous.
looks like jelly, doesn't it?
You know what I mean? So I'm just going to price of fish. Do you know how much? Not yellowfin tuna, bluefin tuna sells for, big one in Japan.
No.
Over £1 million UK pounds.
What?
Yeah.
Is it because they're so scarce?
Yeah, that's right. They are really scarce now.
Really?
Yeah.
Or being hunted by the Japanese?
Yeah.
They
The
love,
Japs still buy them all off everyone else so they can catch them.
they love eating stuff over there, animals, different animals.
Probably
Probably,
more, don't they?
probably do.
It's probably, I'll be fair, it's an alright fish to eat raw. I had tuna steak tartare, so it's like not cooked, but cooked in lemon juice in it, put lemon juice on it, kind of cooks it.
Oh,
One of
yeah,
the
you
nicest
leave
meals
it for ages though, don't you?
I don't
quite a
know.
while.
I'm not sure.
It's the acid that cooks it.
Yeah, it's the acid that cooks it. But it was one of the nicest meals I've ever eaten anywhere.
Really?
This is in that little restaurant in Woolacombe, it's called the Courtyard. I don't know if it's still there. Such a nice bit of food.
Might have to try it.
Yeah. But I think I've got to have some nice proper fresh tuna for that, not like...
Not blobfish.
No, I was going to say not like a frozen tuna steak from
Yeah.
the supermarket, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe we could do that.
Right, Tom, what's your
You
next?
know you can catch tuna again around here.
What?
You can catch tuna.
Yeah, you have to go on the boat though.
Yeah, you have to go out. Not, I don't mean like off the pier.
Mm.
But you've always been out. There's always been tuna in these waters.
Yeah.
Like, but we fished them right out, obviously, as we did. But they're making a comeback.
Everyone seems to be making a comeback in the water.
Well, because humans have actually like realised how much they've screwed not just the world up, the sea even more than anything else in it. And they're like, basically, if we don't act now, we've already lost loads of species of stuff we're never going to see again, haven't we? And stuff like ones that we wouldn't even know of. But they've realised we can actually maybe save stuff if we like act now, do something hardcore about it. And it actually doesn't even take that much to make stuff because we just ruined it. Like, it doesn't take that much.
Look how much mackerel was about last year.
Oh yeah.
It was crazy.
Was that all mackerel? There's something else there as well, wasn't there?
Bass was coming.
No, but something smaller as well, wasn't there? That was everywhere.
Oh, like plankton, wasn't it?
No, like some sort of small fish. Not sand eels, but like some little sprat thing type things as well.
Okay.
Wasn't that what was washing up on the rocks, mate?
Oh, right, yeah. That was loads of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, washing up on the rocks, just
remember
rocks
what that
covered
was.
in them.
But yeah, it was everywhere, wasn't it?
Like little sardine type things, but not sardines.
And then there was loads of mackerel washed up and some tide pool or something. It was just everywhere, all over the floor.
Almost pure fish, not even water.
It was crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, and then there was because of all that, there's loads of bass everywhere.
Coming in to hunt them and eat them. Yeah.
But no one's
That's
seen
what
it
it was.
like that, and off the coast, no one's seen it like that in years and years, have they?
Why was that? Because the water was. It was something to do with being warm. I can't remember.
I don't know.
There's some weird stuff.
I don't know, but that's what to put my faith back in that there is actually stuff still out
I'm
there.
banning fishing rod.
Well, we could just go
I'm
fishing
banning
off our back wall.
You got any
can't we?
wood still?
No.
No, I got more than enough. You can borrow some.
I'm gonna do it when the weather gets a little bit better off the back
of
wall.
Yeah. Fair weather fish, right?
Yeah, mate. I can get a barbecue on the go at the same time.
Yeah.
Not drink some tinnies because I quit drinking.
Yeah, fair play, down. Good job, Dave.
What's the next one, Tom?
That's my next one. My next one is right. So this is it's not. I'll show you a picture of it. It's not the most interesting picture, and I'll describe it for the people. But it's a wandering albatross.
A wandering albatross.
So it's the biggest bird.
Oh, it's got the
in the
biggest
world.
wingspan, is it?
Yeah. Do you know how big the wingspan is?
Oh,
That's
it's something
a fathom, I
silly.
guess.
It's something silly. Something like 5 meters or something, isn't it?
Well, right, you can make it something that big, that, but up to 3.5, 3 meters, maybe 3.5. So that's like over 12 foot, over two of you, like one of you for each wing.
Oh, didn't I? I think I came round one
Yeah,
night.
we were
and
talking
you-
about it.
and
Because
you
I was saying
had
the
a
height of the ceiling
Yeah.
was 12 feet or 13 feet. It's basically
That's the wingspan of it.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's mental, isn't it? Look at this picture of it next to this lady.
Wow.
It's literally like
It
as
could-
big as that.
it
Its
could
head's as bigger than that, isn't it?
Swallow that lady.
It's mental.
Wow. Yeah, I remember
But,
we watched it and they were all on this little island, weren't
Yeah, so that was one of Dave Attenborough's we was watching, yeah.
Yeah.
And the baby ones live on the island, don't they?
they? Just sit on the island for
Yeah, for
days.
months. No, it was months.
Months.
Sometimes it was weeks, maybe up to a month, I think.
What,
the baby would sit there waiting for food because the parents travel like hundreds, maybe even thousands of miles to go and like fish. And they're away for like flying for like weeks on end, catch some fish. They do it, they swallow the fish and then they regurgitate it back up and they come back there and hold it in their beak for another like 1,000 miles back. But the baby ones just sat there. Proper cute, innit? Like fluffy hair.
Yeah.
It's probably quite a big bird, I can imagine. Didn't have anything to scale the baby one against, but it's going to be a baby. It's the biggest bird. The baby, the biggest bird. But yeah, sat there like when it they showed it just like through the rain, just like rain in his face, like for like days, and then sunshine is like that, and he's like, because it's an island with no trees, no anything, was it? It's just like an island of sand. Just sat there, it's like in the sun, like And then like the wind, it's like stood for 2 days in the wind like that, like getting blown over. And then finally its parent comes back, like regurgitates it some food, and it's like, oh sweet. And then they're off again.
Bye.
Yeah. But yeah, mental. Just like the size of the wingspan, it's mental, isn't it?
It is crazy.
I mean, that's why they fly for so long and stuff as well, because they can. They're like a little mini plane, aren't they?
And loads of them babies die, don't they? Obviously from that harsh weather and stuff.
Oh yeah, I thought he was going to say plastic then. That was the worst bit about that program.
I forgot all about that.
I know,
Part.
yeah.
That was horrible.
The program was really nice until it was a David Attenborough one. It was
Yeah.
really nice until they're like, but it needs to be shown until they showed you like just loads of dead carcasses of baby albatross, and where they've rotted away, and you can just see like rib cages and stuff, just bits of plastic that are left inside, just bones with plastic in it.
So looking for things to eat on the floor,
Yeah.
weren't they?
Yeah. Oh, and they were inside the fish, and the adults are picking up bits of plastic. Basically, if it gets stuck in them, like it bungs them up and they just die.
Harsh as anything.
Was well, yeah.
Maybe a bit sad actually.
Yeah, it was horrible that bit to watch that.
Mm.
It was really funny before that. It was really nice and funny, like them,
Yeah.
even them showing him like stood there in the sun and the rain, like oh, and then it's like, but there's one big problem with the albatross.
Yeah.
Like all of them have got some amount of plastic in it. Like us, we've all got plastic. Not just we've all got like microplastic. We don't eat bits of Lego and that generally, do we?
Well, in your house you might do. It's everywhere. Like lift up a cushion, there's like a full Lego house piece.
I know, it's easier though just to eat something rather than chuck it in the bin or tidy it away when you find it. Oh, there's a bit of Lego brick. Oh, it's only a 6 bricker. I can swallow one of them. Right, so that is, what is that called? It's called the Wandering Albatross. That's the biggest one. There's a load of other albatross. But for anyone that's listening and not viewing, it looks kind of like a seagull, basically, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a big, massive
Just a
seagull.
massive, big seagull.
That's like the size of me.
Yeah.
If you think.
Yeah. Basically, if you were sat into a bird shape,
Yeah.
it's like you would. When you see the picture of it next to this lady, unless she is a miniature person,
I don't think she is.
no, it's like as big as her.
Right, that was a pretty cool one actually.
But yeah, I think they take the furthest journeys fly solo for, like I say, weeks.
Like a Boeing 747, just like.
They don't even need to refuel them.
Yeah, I think they take their like little babies with them on their back or something. They're so big, they could do that, couldn't they? But anyway, next one. This one was the one that actually inspired the whole idea for the podcast, and what I came around and spoke to you about yesterday.
Right.
I couldn't believe it. I didn't think anything like this.
Oh, okay. This is the one you did mention to me. Yeah.
And like I've heard of a swordfish
Yeah,
before.
because I have seen these before. Yeah. So I knew what you're on about straight away. Yeah.
I heard of a swordfish, which is just like a long
Swordfish,
pointing thing.
Looks like a tuna, they do, don't they? With
Yeah.
a big, massive, pointy
Yeah.
thing on the end.
But I've never heard of a sawfish, as in like a cutting saw.
Yeah.
And I seen this. I see it was on a video on something, probably YouTube Reels, because I like YouTube. And it's got this massive nose. It looks like a chainsaw. The end of its nose flat with loads of these spiky bits on. I was like, oh my god!
Like little teeth coming off in it, like little triangle teeth.
Yeah. I was like,
Go on, describe it for the listeners, if there's listeners, Dave.
Let's
have a look at it. Oh yeah, and it's flat, isn't it? The whole fish is a little bit flat. Looks like this looks like a shark, doesn't it? Really?
Well, it is also known as a carpenter shark.
Ah, carpenter shark.
yeah, because of the thing.
So yeah, it does look like a shark, slightly flattened a little bit at the front, like a hammerhead shark would be a bit.
There's a narrow, flattened rostrum or nose extension, like what a swordfish would be.
Yeah.
Lined with sharp teeth on the outside. So, like I said, if you imagine getting a chainsaw and turning it onto its side, yeah, and then sticking it on the end of a shark,
yeah,
that's what this creature looks like.
Stunt spin.
And then I was watching it, and I was thinking, what uses could that have? Why would it need a saw on it?
Obviously for carpentry, Dave.
For carpentry. So I
don't see ships under the sea.
So the first thing I obviously do.
Ships. Nowadays these metal ships, they can get welder fish, but it had loads to do back in the day.
So the first thing I did after I seen that video, I was like, what does a sawfish use its nose for? Yeah. And it turns out they're like some kind of samurai. What? There's no. I was like, no way it actually saws anything, but it uses its. It can be used for back and forth swiping motion to cut prey in half, like a ninja, and to dig through sediment on the floor.
Yeah.
But
that makes more sense to me, digging through the floor. I couldn't envisage it just going around swimming along and cutting a fish in half. That seems like a joke.
But it looks like a zombie apocalypse sword, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that would be the first thing.
Well too big for its head, really, as well, and it's freaking massive, isn't it? That sword.
It's
that
weird.
sword. Like, why would you need it that long? It's nearly as long as its body or something, it looks like on that picture. Like, you'd think you could just have a little saw here, but it's like having another 6 foot saw in front of your head. Like, hi.
Well, it's got the body of a shark in it, so you've seen when a shark like moves really quick, it's just like bang, bang. So it does that with its nose,
ching,
and a serrated edge.
Half fish everywhere. There's tins of sardines everywhere.
Samurai fish.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah,
where they live, do you
know? In the sea, mate.
No. Not up the mountains. You sure in the glaciers?
But they're like 7 meters long.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're big.
Is that with the nose, with the saw? That's like 6 meters, so about a meter long.
Where is sawfish?
It's actually like it's a lot more shark looking than I thought it was going to look. For some reason, I thought it was more fish-like. But it's like it's a nice looking shark, isn't it? I think sharks look cool, to be fair.
Small tooth sawfish live in tropical seas and estuaries.
Estuaries.
And areas where rivers meet the sea. Of the Atlantic Ocean. Well, some people might be.
Okay.
Not just you. Not just you in this room, is there, Tom? You've got all these people. But they can be found in Florida's coastal waters, United States.
Where's the United States?
I don't know.
Yeah, I like that one. It's cool. It's a mad looking one. It's quite a pretty looking fish, though, really. Not like those other ugly ones. Like most of these are quite weird in an ugly way, I would say, aren't they?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is cool. I'll show you a picture. The picture's not that cool. It's called that's not its real name. It's called the immortal jellyfish.
Yeah, it looks like a ghost.
Yeah, it's got some loads of long, thin tentacles. Looks pretty jellyfish-like, doesn't it? At the top, probably a little bit taller than the average jellyfish, not as wide, but so I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's got a proper name, like a Turritopus dohrini.
Yeah, I didn't even bother pronouncing some of them names.
Also known as the immortal jellyfish. Species of jellyfish. There are some other ones as well, but basically the only species that is biologically immortal.
It can reproduce its own cells or something.
Yeah, theoretically it can live forever. If it don't get eaten by something, it can live forever and ever and ever. And it's something about it. It says it is one of the. It says here it's one of the few known cases of animal capable of reverting completely to a sexually immature colonial state after having reached sexual maturity.
What does that mean?
So it can go
go
back to like a child basically again. Yeah,
what?
Like full cells from the start again. But like it's not like it shrinks or anything. I don't think, just back to like fresh new.
So that can live forever.
Forever, literally forever. Not like nearly forever. Like forever. If something doesn't kill it, it doesn't get eaten, it will live forever.
I don't know.
Normally, I think they get chopped up by boats and stuff, propellers and stuff. I don't think there's not loads of things that eat jellyfish. Weirdly,
imagine living on the planet for like thousands and thousands of years, and then just a boat propeller.
Oh, tight.
What? You know.
But would you want to live forever?
I don't know.
Would you want to live forever as a piece of jelly?
No. Well, when you put it like that, no.
No. Well, you know what they say, Leon? It's not the years in your life; it's the life in your years.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Trying to make the most of it now.
Yeah. Not just floating around in the sea.
A lot of
Bobbing.
people do that though, don't they?
What?
Just float around in life.
Yeah. Oh right, yeah, no, that's actually a good way of putting it. Yeah, not in the sea so much, but
Yeah. You only float around the sea for so long.
yeah, it's cool though, isn't it?
Yeah.
The water jellyfish.
I'd still find it hard to believe, and I'm trying to wrap my head around it. That there is something that can live forever.
Yeah, you'd think the scientists would be on that, wouldn't they? Making
How do we make people live
Yeah.
forever?
and selling that.
It's got to have something that you can
I'm guessing you
take
can't.
from it.
Yeah,
That's the problem with
they'll
us.
just be
as well.
squishing them up down and turn them into little pills soon.
Yeah,
Like, pop one of these, so immortal jellyfish. I'm telling you, immortal. It'll take 700 a day.
that's the problem. We destroy everything, don't we? Trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I think that was a David Attenborough fine, to be fair.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe so.
But how from watching it do they know that it's an immortal?
I think it's probably from testing it in the lab.
Yeah,
like
they've got to
how
practice and
it's.
study it. haven't they?
Yeah. Probably just like strapping it to a table and probing it with stuff.
Yeah, totally hurting it in all sorts of different ways. As humans do.
It's not even dying. Look, it's immortal. Stab it in the eyes.
Hurt it some more. See how long we can hurt it for. Might be able to hurt it forever. We will never die.
Oh, did you see porpoise washed up on the beach the other day?
I took the video.
You took the video
That was
and put it
my
on
video
Facebook.
on Facebook.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What was that? What was you walking dogs in the morning?
Yeah.
Was that? Oh,
No, it was in the afternoon.
Oh,
Loads
right.
of people about.
yeah.
But
No one videoing it. No one videoing this dead porpoise.
I
Like
just
you.
seen some kid go, "What is that down on the beach?" And then they ran down, and I was thinking it was just like a sleeping sea lion, and I was
Oh, right.
waiting for it to just turn around and bite this little kid. So I had the video camera ready. But it didn't move, and I seen a wave come in and like bool it over,
Oh right,
and
yeah.
then I could see it was a porpoise,
Oh, yeah.
and it had like loads of blood marks all over its
Oh, yeah.
back. So whether it
Probably run by boat.
banged off a rock or something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, to be fair, yeah. If it's died and it's washed up,
Mm.
you know, washed up over the rocks, yeah.
But the tide was coming in, it was going to take it out again.
Didn't apparently.
Did it not?
Nah, someone posted on that post a few days later, like, why did no one move this porpoise off the beach?
Stinking porpoise.
Wait, did you see the whale that got washed up at Lynmouth years ago?
No.
A full-scale whale.
Really?
I'm not sure what type of whale. Not a blue whale, but a whale like longer than this room, more than 10 metres. Like tons and tons and tons. Like a bus size.
Bonds and bonds.
Like a bus sized animal
Really?
washed up on Lynmouth on
No.
the rocks. And I
Was it
think
alive
basically
or was it dead?
now it's dead. And again, like they wanted to get rid of it because it was starting to fall apart and rot and stink.
You have to blow them up, don't they?
Well, I think that is something they do. They blow up on their own if you don't pop them or something.
You
Like
have to
'cause
let
the
all the
gas
gas
is
out,
inside and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I think this one had already started falling apart, so it wasn't going to do that. But obviously, Lynmouth, it's hard to get onto anything onto those rocks to move it. So they did. I think they tugged it with a boat in the end when like the tide came up, but it was there for ages because they couldn't get rid of it. But I saw it, massive whale.
Big stinking fish.
Yeah.
So you get that
Massive.
stinking the whole town
It
out.
would, yeah. Mental, though. Mental how big it is.
How long ago was that?
I'd say like 5 years ago, like quite a while ago.
It'd be quite a sight to see that.
Yeah, was worth seeing. Put some pictures on Google.
Oh,
Lynmouth whale.
someone going, why has no one moved that wheel yet?
People still comment on it now. There's still a piece of whale. I see a bit of it. Why has no one moved its last eyeball? Oh, that's a football. His eye was massive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a story about fish eyeballs?
Go on, man.
One of Johnny's parties, yeah, he had a party down one of the pubs. They had like a
Okay.
spread of food and that, and they had a big salmon, like a whole salmon, on this plate. And he was like, "Oh, do you want to eat the eyeballs on?" I was like, "Nah." He's like, "Yeah, go on, they're well nice." I was like, "Obviously they're not nice, like, but I might do it for a joke." "Are you going to eat one first, John?" He's like, "Yeah, of course I will." Yeah. So he gets a spoon, pops out his eyeball. Not that big, like size of a marble. Looks quite like a marble, kind of see through and that. And munches it, and I hear it pop as he chews it, like. And he's like, and Johnny will eat anything. So I was like, that is not good. And then I can't remember how he described it to me, but he put me right off it. And I was like, sorry, John, I'm not going to do that. I can't. I was like, I can't do it. He's like, oh, that's all right, mate. And he popped the other one out and ate that himself anyway. Oh, mate, rough it was.
You know, the Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah, his brother-in-law.
Favourite meal?
No,
Fish eyeballs.
His brother-in-law eats fish eyeballs. Like, it is his favourite. Eats all the head, like the cheek and...
Oh, really?
Cheek's
I've
good,
heard of cheek, yeah.
But, like,
why is he eyeball? Not because it's nice. Not because it's nice. Because of that popping sensation, that popping candy.
He's from Gambia.
Oh, really? His brother's from Gambia?
No, he is from Gambia.
Who is?
He's Gambian.
Who is?
Dominic.
I know Dominic.
Oh, you know him, do you?
I met him out in Gambia.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he used to...
He looked after the house of Jane and Brian.
Yeah.
We stayed at their house.
Yeah, that's Gary's brother-in-law.
Oh, I thought you said brother. I was like, how is it his brother? Don't look, because Gary's not that Gambian and Dominic is full Gambian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him out there. I said hello to him. He's nice. He's a really nice lad, actually, isn't he?
Yeah.
Dom.
He works at where I work now as well.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he works at night shift.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Nice guy, but he loves like fish head.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, save me the fish head.
Really?
No one else is
interested. Eyes because he
interested.
likes the eyes, not because they're like, I don't think it's not because it's full
pretty
of
sure.
nutrients or whatever.
But he's vegetarian as well.
No, he's not. He's obviously not.
He is
I
vegetarian.
mean, pescatarian.
Well, whatever it is.
that's
Yeah.
pescatarian.
Eats fish still.
He's vegetables and fish eyes. He's iatarian.
Well, that's what they call vegetarian, isn't it, really?
No, pescatarian is when you eat fish.
And then vegan is when you don't eat any
Animal
products. Yeah. Oh, so
Pescatarian is when you eat when you're vegetarian but you eat fish. Yeah, I'm not sure about other seafood like crustaceans. I'm not sure.
I don't get that.
I didn't get that either. I think that's even worse.
Fish is meat. Meat is...
Yeah, I don't know with what reason you're doing it for, but in my mind, we screw the sea out more than anything else we do. Like, if you're not going to eat one thing, you should not eat fish, probably.
Yeah.
And also, so much fish is just full of so much crap now, anyway. Like,
oh yeah, heavy metals and stuff.
Yeah.
You eat too much of that, you end up with loads of heavy
Big,
metals.
all the big fish are full of that because they're getting all the bits from all the small fish they eat, like tuna, shark, that sort of stuff. All that's got high levels of mercury and things like that.
You need to do a heavy metal detox, I reckon.
We do.
I do.
You do. We're going to stop eating mercury for a bit.
Nah.
We're going to stop popping thermometers. What do you mean? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, you can do like a heavy metal detox.
What? Just eat magnets?
It's a detox, not eating extra heavy metal.
No, magnets.
Is there a special flushing out of your body or not?
What? So you eat some certain foods?
You eat something, yeah,
that
helps
out.
your
Oh,
body.
really? I eat hardly anything else. Or eat just that? You don't know? You're not sure?
I couldn't tell you, but I know that there is a heavy metal detox.
I think you should look into that. I'll do that with you, Dave. Not that I think I'm full of heavy metals, but I'm pretty heavy, you know.
Right, next creature.
Oh no!
Oh, have you
I've got
chose
that one. Yeah,
have you?
I know you've told me the ones you've got.
I sent you a message telling you which ones I have.
Right, I've got a spare one.
Okay.
I've got a spare one.
A lowland streaked tenrec.
Oh yeah.
So this,
That one looks alright. That one looks like it's quite a nice looking animal. In all fairness, like, it's a bit weird, but compared to this picture I've got of one here,
looks like a little mini aardvark, doesn't it? Like a hedgehog cross between an aardvark.
cross between a rat. Look at this one I've
seen
got.
a bird.
It's a lot more rat looking like.
Reminds me of a bird. Like when if you put it on its side, you'd think
Okay.
that's like a little bird, wouldn't you?
Is that just the colours though?
Yeah, yellow and black.
Oh my god. Yeah, let me show you this picture I've got of them. Make my pictures funnier. It's just like a really ratty looking one that lives in the streets.
Looks like a penguin that's fell over and then been pierced with a cactus.
Oh yeah, it's such a mix of so many different animals, and the spines don't look like they should be on it. They look like they're stabbing in it more than coming out of it, don't they? It's got like a little aardvarky nose.
It's a weird looking animal, isn't it?
Well, it's got ears, whereas those small things. I suppose mouse and rats do have ears like that. Does it have a tail? It doesn't have a tail, does it? I think that's what else looks weird. That it should have a tail. Any small little mammals like that should have a tail.
But it looks more like a hedgehog, really, if anything, doesn't it? A multicoloured hedgehog.
Yeah. The hedgehog has got a little nose that sticks out, but not as long as that.
So they live in the tropical lowland rainforests and northern and eastern parts of Madagascar.
Oh, right. Only Madagascar, yeah.
But yeah.
There's quite a few things that only live on Madagascar as well, isn't there? Like that big island on the east of Africa.
It is covered with spines, which it mostly uses for defence. It will raise up the spines and jump at prospective predators to ward them off. So, like, get spines up.
I can't see it jumping that far.
But yeah, they're a hedgehog crossed with a shrew.
Yeah,
Which is
that's what it
probably-
looks like. It
that's
looks like a
probably
cute
the-
little mouse, like a shrew thing with a long nose, like a mouse with a long nose that's fallen into a bunch of cactuses and that.
And it says they're very angry little things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't look aggressive at all.
Because they're like, look at the state of me. Like,
Little man syndrome.
yeah, they're just like, I've had enough. People looking at me up on Google and just laughing at me.
I'm gonna spy on you if I see you. I'll curl up into a ball and I'll throw myself at you.
Yeah, yeah. They're quite cute looking, really. They don't look like they'd be angry at all.
That's why they're angry, because everyone keeps picking them up, going, "Oh, look how cute you
I've
are."
just had enough of it.
I'm like, nah,
Cute. I'm odd.
aardvark.
Alright. I think that's the only one we've got the same of. But anyway, I can skip that one now.
We've only got a couple left, and we've got 10 minutes left to do it.
Alright, I've got two. So I'm going to do my more interesting one because I'm not worried about leaving last night. Actually, I'll do this one, right? Because this one's a really short one. It's not that interesting. It's called a spinner dolphin. Right? So basically it looks like a dolphin.
A blobfish.
A blobfish. It's like,
Someone's drawn some legs on it, so it looks like.
right. So here's a spinner dolphin. I'm showing you the video, Dave, rather than a picture because the picture just looks like a dolphin. But you see, so basically they fly out of the water. It looks like a normal dolphin, maybe a little bit longer and skinnier. But every time they jump out of the water, they'll do like I was watching last night. And I was watching them. Some of them were doing, I would say, like well over 5, maybe like 6, 7 full 360s in the air and a backflip. Do you know when people do that high diving?
So like
professional high divers,
the
and they're like
Tony Hawks of of the
professional high divers. And they're like that, just stood there, and then they suddenly jump, and they're like just spinning round and flipping.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, what's going on? That's what those dolphins are like every time they jump out the wall.
doing kickflip.
I don't think there's a reason for it either. It could well be. I didn't research if there was a reason, but yeah, that's just a short one. I thought we'd get in there. So
Yeah.
that was my bonus one.
It does just look like a dolphin. To say
does.
that it's another thing.
It's found offshore tropical waters all around the world. It's famous for its acrobatic displays. It rotates around in longitudinal axes, so like I say, so long ways it's spinning around. It does do some backflips at the same time, though. I saw some doing that.
About the same
That's
length
as
as
a
a
human.
yeah.
I just wanted to know if it's going to tell me why it would why it does that.
Tell me
but
why.
probably just for a laugh.
Alexa, why does a spinnerfish
Not
spin?
spinnerfish.
The archerfish or Toxotidae.
Alexa. Stop. Why does a spinner dolphin spin? Alexa, why does a spinner dolphin spin?
From pacificwhale.org. Scientists do not know for certain how they spin, but believe the dolphins may use the aerial spinning behaviour as a form of communication or as a way to remove parasites.
Oh, right.
I don't know.
So they've got a couple of theories based on nothing.
Can't just say, oh well, they just like spinning.
Yeah, I see. On all fairness,
I'd agree with that.
I think that sounds more likely. Dolphins are smart, aren't they? They
Yeah.
like doing stuff. Have you ever seen them surfing waves?
Yeah.
When they go on the waves, like they're not doing that to catch something, or not
Yeah,
doing that to
just
get rid of
having a laugh.
parasites. They're just like having a good time.
Having a good time. So this is my my last one now, and this is a sea pig.
Sounds well fake.
What I know, yeah. What a weird looking creature that is.
Yeah. What's the front of it?
It doesn't look anything like a pig, does it? It would be.
Nah, no.
That's-
Well, if you're going to call it something,
I'd say it looks like a woodlouse without its shell.
have you seen a woodlouse without a shell?
Yeah, it looks like a sea pig.
I'm guessing that's the front, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's like it's got tentacle things at the front and the back.
Yeah.
It almost looks like it could go both ways round.
That
That was different. It's got tentacles in the middle. Yeah.
Maybe
Some of them are kind of
male and
see-through,
female.
almost see-through looking, aren't they?
But
Some are pinky pig colour.
Yeah, that's where they get their name from, the pink
Right.
colour. But it gets its name from the pink-coloured body and the love of muddy seafloor.
Oh right, yeah.
But it's actually a type of sea cucumber.
Oh, okay, yeah. So now you say that, yeah.
So, but it's a movie.
That lives in shallow waters, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not right down the bottom.
The odd-looking but surprisingly adorable creature has tube feet on its underbelly, back, and surrounding its mouth.
Oh, there are extra feet on its back?
Yeah.
They're not tentacles?
Yeah.
So in case it falls over, basically.
Yeah.
And walk upside down.
But actually, when you look at that one there, if you got rid of them tentacles, you'd say that was you could almost say that was a pig.
Yeah, it's the shape going down. It hasn't got a snout at the end.
No.
But that, like, getting rid of that thing,
Yeah.
it's like...
And if it had
stuff
little
around
ears
its mouth.
there, that would be a pig.
Yeah. A bit.
As I say then.
It hasn't got a curly tail, though.
When something big, like a whale, sinks to the sea floor, huge herds of sea pigs gather nearby to feast on the rich organic sediment from the decaying carcass.
Oh. Don't even eat the flesh. They eat the rich, organic,
No, these pigs spend
decaying sediment.
these sea pigs spend its days snuffling through the muddy sediments on the seafloor, eating bits of dead algae animal that fall from the surface. So
They're
they
cleaning up the bottom of the ocean.
which is good.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's good.
Well done. Good one, sea pig.
All hail the great sea pig.
Right, this is my last one then. My last one, I'll show you the picture. Picture's not interesting again. Really. So, it
What is it,
is...
an avocado? Tom?
that looks... So they're all different as well. It's microplankton.
Oh, right.
So that's actually... So plankton covers... Or even microplankton. Microplankton means plankton between 0.1 millimetres to 1 millimetre big. Or maybe half a million to 1 millimetre big.
It would be like the equivalent of seeing dust in the air in the
Yeah.
sun. You know,
Yeah,
when you see it like glittering about.
Yeah, about
almost.
right, yeah. But plankton, microplankton, any plankton, covers loads of things. Like some are animals, some are plants, some are bacteria. Yeah. So this one that I was looking at, that one I showed you the picture of, the green one, is a plant, and some of them join together to be a tiny bit bigger, like a couple mil or whatever. I suppose it's one of the things that like whales and things like that eat. But what's well amazing, and I like this, one of the smallest things you can ever think of, really, like living things, like, apart from bacteria and that. And they do some massive things for the world.
Well, basically,
Let me just pull up these points quickly.
the whole of the fish ecosystem starts with that microplankton.
It does, yeah, that's true. The whole of the sea ecosystem does start with that microplankton.
Yeah, everything.
Something eats that, something eats that, something eats that. I mean, again, one of them goes straight to the whale, but yeah, loads of stuff eats that. So they grow from sunlight, so they float around near the top of the water. They just float around, they can't move. I think they can move, but they're so insignificant that they're never going to fight a current or anything, so they just float around. Some of the images you see from space, you can actually see the sea green with them. There's so many when they start to thrive. But
there's some big fish that only eat that, isn't there?
yeah, whales.
Yeah,
Like blue whale.
Yeah.
The biggest thing in the world.
Massive fish.
Biggest thing in the world.
And that's it. And it eats. It basically.
Do they eat krill as well? But some whales definitely. Some of the big whale, maybe not blue whale, but some it might be blue whale.
Yeah.
Some whales eat plankton.
Filters it through, doesn't it? So like it's the equivalent of us just
Basking sharks as well.
eating dust that's floating around under there. Bit of dust.
I'm on a diet. I'm only eating dust. So one thing they do is, because they're a plant, they take in sunlight and nutrients from the water and carbon dioxide from the water, and their byproduct is oxygen. So they create oxygen in the sea, which then evaporates into the air, right? but apparently so. This is David Attenborough saying this again. Half of the world's oxygen is created by plankton.
Really?
Half of this oxygen, every other breath you breathe, that oxygen is solely from plankton.
Really?
Isn't that mad?
That's crazy.
That's mad. So like they are creating so much. Like if we destroy the water so they can't thrive in them, we will like be lacking in oxygen. These tiny little things that you've never even seen. Another thing they do for the planet is they let off tiny little particles, even smaller than them, that float to the surface and evaporate up with the moisture, the sea that evaporates up. And these tiny little particles, probably like dust particles again, even smaller, are just the right size for moisture to condensate onto and create clouds. So some of the biggest clouds in the world, which some of them are up to 100 kilometers tall, these clouds are created due to the dust particles that come from this microplankton. And then obviously those clouds, not only do they move across the seas to land and where it rains, and they obviously help the ecosystem there, they're so big and vast and tall, these clouds, that they stop a lot of sunlight getting in and beaming down and warming up the planet again, overheating it for what we need. So they do so much for the world, these tiny little things.
And you get cool ones that glow in the dark and stuff. You've seen, seen that in the night.
There was some around here one time.
There was, wasn't there?
I didn't see it. Sounds amazing. Like it's when they move as well.
Every time they move, just being down there.
Yeah. When they move, they've got bioluminescence again. And
Yeah.
The movement makes them glow. So like as a ripple, as a wave goes past, they're like all light up. Yeah, cool. I don't know. Is that plankton? Is it?
Yeah,
it is a
I'm
type
pretty
of
sure
plankton.
it's a
There's
type
loads
of
of plankton. Plankton just means like small creature.
Phytoplankton, I think it is.
I think it's about nice. So I say some plankton are actual animals.
Yeah.
Some are plants. Some are other things in between. Bacteria. It's bad, isn't it? I can't believe that.
So that wraps up our top 10 greatest, weirdest animals.
Top 10 greatest animals.
Top 10
To be fair, it was like,
it was weird.
It wasn't just weird. They were weird. They were great.
Yeah.
They were interesting.
Yeah.
I think some of them might do great stuff for us. Some of them were just weird things. We need to save the planet.
Yeah, you need to comment and tell us what your favourite animals are as well. I want to hear some other animals. Some animals that we've probably never seen before, and we can have a look at it.
We'll go for them.
Yeah, let us know.
Thanks for listening.
Cheers for listening. I hope this was an interesting one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you've watched all the way through, just so you don't forget. And check out our other episodes. We'll be doing more on these top 10s, I reckon.
Yeah, not top 10 animals, top 10 all sorts.
Yeah, it'll be... I like the idea of top 10 quotes, most historic quotes or something like that. If you got something you can think of what we could do a top 10 for,
yeah, message
us, we'll do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's it from us. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Well.